What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Franio, joined by my co-host Christian Dyer. Us again.
I expected to lose. There's frustrations about the way we lost, but not surprised. Nothing's changed. Nothing's
Yeah,
changing week to week. What it's we looked poorly coached, poorly disciplined. Um,
hmm
you know, Quarterback can only make
it,
fucking three kinds of throws the whole game, and the defense couldn't stop a boulder rolling down a hill.
yeah,
Just
it,
to lose to Colt McCoy. I don't know. It's
it's
ridiculous.
it's baffling, man. Honestly, like, how do you lose against a backup quarterback like that? And he was throwing all over us too. On top of that, the
Well,
defense did
that's
not
because
look good at all.
we refuse to make adjustments. The scheme sucks already, and then we refuse to make adjustments. We just sit there in our little zone, and it's terrible, and don't want to make adjustments, and don't do anything to help out um, the defense at all, like scheme wise.
hmm
Honestly, I feel like that's what's hurting Warner this year. Not so much that it's his play is not as good, which yeah, he might be struggling a little bit, but to be fair, the scheme's not all that great, and I think making him look worse than he is.
hmm
But I could be wrong. But it's just the scheme and the way we're running the defense isn't cutting it.
Yeah. Well, let's just go ahead and let's hear what Ken has to say in this press conference real quick.
Which means you only have 5 guys left who aren't, which is a premier look to throw, which we were going to keep doing it, and that's why you guys saw. It seemed like that first half seemed like explosives or a drop or fumbles, and we're going to keep doing that to make them pay for doing it, and got some yards with it, but no points, so obviously didn't make them pay.
There was a play in the first half where Zach Ertz had an incompletion over the middle. It looked like he might have caught it and turned upfield before the ball got knocked out. It was really complete. Did you think about challenging that?
One mentioned it to me.
It's the first time in 5 weeks.
It was good to have him back. He ended up, I thought he started off the game pretty rusty, but he was able to come back and make some plays later that helped.
Probably something over more just because we're playing on the left.
Yes.
Is that something you'll consider moving Jalen over if this is a long-term thing for Mike?
Yeah, something we'll consider.
You should have done it today.
Your message to the team after the
Yeah.
Just how disappointed I was. Obviously, we got to play a lot better. I was a little. I talked to the defense a lot about some of the things that you guys saw out there. Offensively, I thought we had our opportunity. We just had to play and make those plays like we did last week. And I thought it was there for us, and especially in the first half, and we didn't get it done and got us in the hole, and we weren't able to overcome it. I thought Jimmy was all right. I thought that pick at the end, those last couple plays were some bad plays right there on that last drive when the game was out of hand. But Jimmy was all right.
Did you consider putting Trey in at that point, given that
At
it
which
was
point?
out of hand? At the end of the game when it felt like it was out of hand in those last seconds?
Those last 3 plays? No, I wasn't going to put him in for those last 3 plays.
Would you consider starting Trey next week against the Rams?
Probably not, but definitely not thinking of those things right now. I'm thinking about this game and the rest of our team.
You guys had a chance to take momentum with the Eric Armstead sack penalty. What did you see on that play when the official was right afterwards?
I saw it like the ref who saw it originally, who didn't call it a personal foul. He said he got corrected by another guy who thought he had a better angle, and he thought he hit his helmet. I thought he hit his neck. That was a tough one.
Have you ever heard that where the taunting gets exercised first and then they do the one on the coaches? Did you have heard that before?
No, I think I was like you guys. I don't think any of us had any clue what was going on at the moment. We can't hear it when they talk on the speaker, and then they come to tell me after once the play's already happened, usually at the end of the series, and by that time the damage has been done. I'm sure they got the rules right, but we just wait to hear.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Uh, it's just I hear excuses after excuses, man.
Dude, that's all it ever is. That's all it ever is. D'Amico played good or did okay. Or D'Amico did okay, like calling the game, and Jimmy played good, and we just had the turnovers, and yeah, just like
It's
that's how
like,
the his demeanor is how the team feels for all of us fans too. The you know what I want? I want a fucking coach that comes to the goddamn podium and fucking yells at and freaking is pissed and calling people out. That's what I want. I don't want just we just
I know.
fucking
It's like
tired of that shit. Somebody fucking
when
man up. Fucking I'm sorry. I got to calm down.
it's all right. When players fucking make mistakes, he isn't. I mean, he doesn't call them out like you would see with other coaches. It seems like,
Yeah.
and it's just this. It's the same thing over and over again. The defense looked freaking terrible today. I have never seen them look so bad in my life.
Well, it's crazy. Like the defense have played good, and then the offense still doesn't put up points. The defense played bad, and the offense still didn't put up many points. So the defense takes the blame this time because this time they played way worse and gave up a lot more points than they have in other games that we've lost. So you know they get the biggest
Yeah.
blame. But the whole team deserves the blame this week.
All, yeah. Also, too. I was said in the group chat too. I'm like, dude, we looked better playing against the starters than we do playing against the freaking backups.
For, for reals, dude. It's like we didn't even look like we had a game plan for defense. Just looked
Mm-mm.
like a fucking bunch of idiots running around like with their freaking heads cut off, chickens with their heads cut off. It's like, dude, what the heck's even going on? And it's like, I don't know. And then just offensively, I mean, I
Yeah.
know like we were moving the ball here and there, and then we had the turnovers, the fumbles, but there's the Kittle one. There's nothing you can do about that. He's trying to make a play. He always plays so hard on every down. He's trying to make a play, and it happens. Same thing with Ayuk. He's trying to make a play. I mean, you got to protect the ball better. That or just stay down. You make a big play, but on the same point, that any other receiver that's thrown to, it's not even going to be caught. The ball was so freaking high. Ayuk jumped 2 feet into the air, and then when those long arms made the catch. And if you really watch that play and the way he was surrounded, and if Jimmy can make a throw to him where it's like he can easily grab it and turn around, it's probably a freaking touchdown. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah. Well,
it ends up
it's
being a
like you
turnover
said.
because
Yeah, because Jimmy
it's
threw it too
it ends up
high.
becoming a turnover. Yeah, it ends up becoming a turnover because our receivers are, obviously, bailing out our quarterback and then trying to make a play. But Ayuk, who's open, and if Jimmy hits him, hits him in stride or hits a freaking actual accurate pass, he's probably going to walk it in for a touchdown. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
there
yeah,
was
we
that.
can. It sucks because it's a fumble and it's Ayuk's fault.
Yeah.
But if we have a decent quarterback throwing a freaking accurate ball, it's a touchdown.
Yep. Yeah. Well, also too, there was that one play where he threw it to George Kittle and he made that immaculate catch, but he also had Sanu wide open, that he could have ran.
hmm And it's
Can you
just
hear me?
like, I mean, the one he hit. Yeah, I can hear you. The one touchdown he hit for
Okay.
to Kittle, it's like a little duck, and luckily Kittle, made a good play on it and got it. He did really well to get that, but it's like it's funny because you see Jimmy like telling Kittle to go that way, but then he throws like a little duck. It's like, dude, fire that ball in there, like.
Hmm.
And then there's the one that like Ayuk straight up bailed him out, dude, double covered, freaking
Yeah.
jump ball, and Ayuk comes down with it,
Well,
and it's
also
like,
too, also that one in the end zone for Ayuk.
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the one where he came
Oh yeah,
down
yeah.
with the touchdown. Where it's
Hmm.
contested and Jimmy gets a touchdown pass out of it because again his receiver bails him out. Like in the games, it's the thing is the games that we say Jimmy played good or because he doesn't turn the ball over and then receivers are either wide open or bailing him out making good catches
Yeah.
like the touchdown catches. His two actual freaking throws he actually completed outside the numbers were both fabulous tough catches by both Juszczyk and Kittle. And then the one that ended up being the fumble by Ayuk was a miraculous catch. It's the one where Ayuk got lit the hell up was a pretty nice catch too, because he got destroyed because Jimmy threw him a hospital ball on a slant.
Mhm.
And then the one where Sanu's open, but Jimmy freaking can't throws it too high, and then Sanu comes down, hurts his knee, and if he throws it right at Sanu's chest, that's a first down. But no, the ball's high.
Yep.
How many times does he have to inaccurately throw the ball? Like, oh well, Jimmy played good. Yeah, Jimmy played good for fucking Jimmy's standards of good.
Yeah.
Like the defense sucked, and Jimmy played good for Jimmy's standard of good. But Jimmy's standard of good isn't good enough to freaking do anything. It's not good enough to elevate you and
Mm-mm.
overcome a bad defense. It's not even good enough to freaking win a game when your defense plays decent and keeps the score low. So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like he's not elevating this offense at all. He's not helping this offense other than and then the receivers, oh, Jimmy had a good game because the receivers make him look good. You know how we could really say Jimmy had a good game if he accurately threw the ball. I mean, dude, every single bad throw he throws, dude. There's freaking Mark Sanchez. Oh, dude, Jimmy's got to stop putting his receivers in terrible positions to get them hurt. He needs
Yeah.
to lead them. He needs to throw a ball that leads them, not throw it up and behind him. Like, I actually really enjoying Mark Sanchez on commentary, dude, because he's
Yeah,
like
he had
kind of
some
like
jokes, didn't he?
he's kind of like a poor man's Romo, and he's doing pretty well. But it's like I like how he's sitting there. It's like, dude, like at least somebody's calling out Jimmy for his shit, because Jimmy don't call
Mhm.
himself out for nothing. Jimmy just sits there and his little, doesn't ever freaking. Oh yeah, I should have done this better. I should have done this, and then our coach won't do it. So
Yep.
it's just, it's
It's
like we're
like,
just gonna
what more can
do.
you ask for?
I guarantee we're gonna run with this all season. I don't think Lance is gonna play.
Oh, dude, I've been telling you this for the past couple of weeks. We're not seeing Lance this year at
No.
all.
Dude, honestly, Grant, right at halftime, Grant Cohn had the best freaking tweet. He's like, Jimmy does just enough, right at the end of the half, so he doesn't have to get benched. So,
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
something like that. And
I
I'm
saw
like, dude,
that. Yeah.
that's exactly it. He always does just enough right before halftime, so we have to freaking roll back out with him. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
even with those two turnovers, we should still be able to put up more than fucking 17 points, because both of
Yep.
those turnovers were in the first quarter. So we're gonna blame like, oh well, we didn't do good because of the turnovers. Those were in the first quarter. We had 3 more quarters to freaking score more than 17 points. The whole second quarter, freaking 7 points. Then the freaking, what happens? Defense sucks and lets freaking Arizona go down and score at the start of the third quarter. And what do we do? And what do we do in our first possession in the second half? We go 3 and out. Jimmy takes a sack.
Yep.
Well,
Dude, he was getting sacked a lot today. 5 sacks, dude.
dude, I said
And
that was going to happen. I said that was going to happen, and it was going to be a big detriment to our chances of winning today. I knew it was going to happen. And then McGlinchey got hurt, and it got worse.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Compton just got ran over literally the rest of the game.
When the rookie who played really well filling in for Williams
Trent.
at left
Yeah.
tackle is just sitting on the bench and could go in there. No, they put the other guy in there. Oh, well, we're not going to win this game. We don't put the rookie in there. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, how many fucking decisions does there have to be on this team that aren't what's best for the team until something fucking changes? All these fucking decision makings, it's like everything, and nothing is good for the team. All these decisions don't seem to be really helpful or good for the team to help us win. But our freaking owner ain't gonna do shit. I'm freaking tired of all of this, dude. I'm tired of Kyle Shanahan. He just fucking get rid of everybody. Fucking start over. I'm
What?
over it. I'm over the fucking terrible decisions, the terrible,
Clean.
the mistakes, the freaking, not having this team, under control where, we have terrible discipline in general. It's
Mhm.
and we don't have. I don't feel like we have a leader on this team, whether it's the coach or, in the locker room with the guys. I mean, obviously Jimmy's not a freaking leader,
Yeah.
and it's like, who do we have as a leader, really?
Well, I also wanted to say too, saw on Twitter too, somebody tweeted out that Jimmy looked like more of the 2017 Jimmy. I'm like, What? How?
He didn't even throw it deep one time.
No, he didn't. I don't
Not one
understand,
time did
man.
he throw it deep.
Just doesn't it?
It's like, dude, it's like, oh, Jimmy played good. Well, he didn't throw it deep. He didn't like. At least when Lance is in there, we know we have an ability to throw the ball downfield because that's what Lance likes to do in the first place. And it's like, and then I don't know if Jimmy just can't do it. I just don't
Yeah.
know if Jimmy can't do it.
And
And
Kyle,
um,
Kyle
I,
says, do you think Lance will start next week? Like I said,
no,
I don't think he's
no,
starting at all this year.
he's not starting the rest. No, we're just gonna freaking run it and win 5 games with Jimmy, and then that's gonna be it.
Hmm.
Because Kyle thinks, well, I'm just gonna here's Kyle in his head. I'm just gonna run it with Jimmy because I know I ain't going nowhere, and well, we're gonna suck with Jimmy, and then I'm gonna come up and freaking have the whole offseason with Lance, and we're gonna come out and just destroy everybody next year, and I'm gonna look like this mad genius.
I I'm I think, and then with our game next week too, it's not gonna look pretty at all, especially on prime time.
Yeah, well, aren't you glad that I didn't buy I'm not coming out there for us to waste our money to go to that game?
Oh, I mean, it would have been fun still, but yeah,
It would have been fun just to hang. It would have been more fun just hanging out together more than anything. But that'd have been a lot of money for me to spend just to watch us get freaking our ass freaking handed to us
I
next
know.
week.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it's. I mean, I was only at the TV the whole freaking game, dude. This team did not look like how they looked like last week, even though it was the Bears and everything.
Of course we
It
didn't look
just,
because we played a good team.
well, yeah, but you think that demeanor would go into uh playing a good team on trying their hardest to fucking try to beat them.
But we just look. We don't. It doesn't seem like we have any leadership or a coach that really like. I just don't see any kind of like excitement on the sideline. Anybody getting like, or any kind of thing to really get like morale up or like energized. Like they didn't look energized at all in this game. Nobody did.
Nope.
It just looks like a team going through the motions. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Can you hear me?
it's yeah, I can hear you. It's just so ridiculous, dude. Like I
It's just,
I don't
it's
know
like,
what else to
I
say,
mean,
dude.
what more can you say, dude? I mean, we're dealing
Like
with this shit every single week.
I'm not even mad about the loss. I expected the loss. I didn't come out
Oh
of the
yeah,
game
me
all that
too.
angry. I was a little annoyed because of what was going on and what I see,
Mhm.
but I'm not mad at the loss because I knew we were going to lose.
Yeah, I would.
As-
I mean, I had hoped that we weren't going to get blown out like that, but
The
I mean,
coaching looks
shit.
terrible, dude. The coaching is terrible this year. It's absolutely atrocious. And on top of that, we have a stunted offense because we can only do so much with the
Hmm.
the ability that Jimmy has. So obviously Kyle's calling half the offense. And obviously our playmakers are going to make plays regardless, which they do, which Kittle does, which Debo does, which, like I've been saying, which Ayuk does. He just needs to get the freaking ball thrown to him. He's a fucking stud. It's just
You,
all this
you
talent,
great today, honestly.
dude, and we have 3 wins in the first 8 games.
Hmm.
All this talent, and we have three
Yep.
wins in the first 8 games.
Yeah. I mean,
It's like,
you look at the schedule, and all the games that they've won are against teams that are not that great,
well, I mean, dude,
and on the road.
all the games we won, we could easily be 0-8.
Hmm.
I'm s-
I mean, there's some
like,
games where they were close, and we could have won those games. And
mhm.
easily would have been a 500 team if we won those games. It's just like it's like they don't want to play this season, dude. Honestly.
There's no excitement about in this team. There's no like get up and go. There's no like leadership. There's nothing.
There's
It's like
this team. This team also doesn't look as like excited and pumped like how they were in 2019 and the beginning of 20 before the injuries happened.
well, it sucks that in order to see your freaking coach get fired up on the sideline, it has to be to do with the referees. Like,
Those refs were horrible today.
I mean, the refs are always horrible, but the fact that it takes the referees to get your coach fired up it really sucks, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
what does it take to get this team fired up, to get the coach fired up? It's like, dude, I don't
I don't know, man.
understand it, dude. But the thing is too, to be fair, I guess if you want to be fair to the offense never gets really good field position. We almost never get the ball to start on our side, on the other team's side of the 50 because we can't get turnovers. I mean, we can't. The fact, dude, we can't really get any turnovers is absolutely ridiculous. Against guys we know are prone to throwing interceptions, and we're not even getting anywhere near having a chance to make an interception. It's literally insane.
Just real quick, Eric Branch just tweeted out, no 49ers players have stepped to the podium since Kyle Shanahan's press conference ended about 10 minutes ago. That should tell you something right there.
Well, I mean, shit, maybe they're going to call
what
a
do you have to say
mutiny
to
and
that, man?
tell them fucking. I mean, maybe they're mad. Maybe who knows? But who knows, dude? This team is a freaking mess, dude. In every kind of way, it's just a mess. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's why don't pick us to win, because I expect it to happen, but I just keep saying the same shit over week after week that I'm just sick and tired of it. I want to see something change. I mean, we can at least put the freaking rookie in there and at least give us some fans something to root for. At least it's something to root for, whether we're going to win or not, instead of having to deal with Jimmy's fucking hospital balls and worried that our receivers are all going to be so hurt by the end of the season because he puts them in such dangerous situations.
He almost freaked him.
Dude, Mark Sanchez, as much as Mark Sanchez was calling Jimmy out for that, dude, he's probably thinking up there thinking, dude, how is this guy a starter right now? As much as he puts his freaking receivers in harm's way, he's probably thinking, damn, dude, I got lit up for the butt fumble, and then this guy can just freaking the hospital ball it away with all his receivers and nothing. It's like, freaking Christ, dude. I mean, I can't blame the loss on. I can't blame the loss on Jimmy. I'm not saying I'm blaming the loss on Jimmy, but I am sick and tired of mediocre quarterback play, and that's how you win in the NFL is good quarterback play, regardless sometimes of your defense. And we have mediocre quarterback play.
I could tell you
that. And when I say that, even a good game for Jimmy is fucking ochre quarterback play. It's still mediocre, whether it's a good game for Jimmy or not.
Yeah, I could also.
Sorry. All right. Go ahead, bro.
What was I gonna say? No, you're good. You're good. No, I was just gonna say is that it's not. You can't say like you said. You can't put the blame. Like he didn't look like how he has been looking. You know what I mean? But it's the whole team. If you want to blame somebody, I say it's the whole team. It's the coaching, like you said. Dude, going into this week, they have a lot of work to start picking up on because next week's game against the Rams on primetime, you do not want to get embarrassed in front of.
Oh, we're gonna get embarrassed, bro.
10,000
people. They should flex that game. They should flex that game. They really should. I know they can't, but they should. They really. It's gonna be a freaking disaster, dude.
Hey, you never know. They
I mean,
might, but I don't know. They
God,
need
you
to
think the
work on
NFL
something
would be
this week,
like?
man, because the
You
way
think
they played
you think the NFL
today.
would honestly would want to be freaking? Wish they had some strings they could pull to make freaking the Niners start Trey Lance, because that would at least help the viewership of that game.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think we're at the point of this season where, yeah, the fan base have been saying, hey, let's get Trey Lance in there, and they're not gonna do it. But what's going on, Melissa? How's it going?
What up? What up? How's it going?
We just hope that he tries to start him next week against the Rams, even though it's not gonna happen. But I mean, we can only hope for it. But like I said, I think Garoppolo's starting the rest of the season, dude. It's just, or see this season.
There,
We're gonna have to wait till.
there's no like leadership, and there's nobody taking responsibility for these losses, and that's the thing. Like
Mhm,
Kyle goes up there and deflects, Jimmy goes up there and deflects, and
mhm.
it takes a toll on your young players. I literally, just saw in the chat that freaking them saying that Ayuk went up to the podium first and looked sad. I'm like, the way that this team is run and the way things are going, and it's affecting the young players. I'm like, it's just terrible, man. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know what else to say that make anything change, but because nothing's going to change, and it's just frustrating.
Yep. And Melissa said, "Screw the Rooks bias. Let them all play already. Your BS, JG, Jimmy Garoppolo, and the season aren't done. It's such shit to hide behind."
Dude, I don't know what the hell this front office is doing, and the coaching is doing. Like, our second round pick hasn't played one game, and it's not like the guy that's in front of him is doing all that great.
Mhm.
You know, they're not really starting our our rookie corners, and the other guys are not doing good. We know that. Thomas apparently was active today. I didn't see him anywhere. Um, who the fuck knows what Kyle's doing with Trey Sermon? Jeff Wilson Jr. didn't even play.
So, yeah,
So,
dude,
so
I
like,
know, right?
I don't know what the hell how Kyle's whole thing is with all these draft picks. I don't get it. Like, I really don't. This is the first time ever I feel like I've never really understood this team as a fan. Don't understand them. I don't get it. I'm lost.
Yeah.
There's no direction. There's no direction. I don't get it. And I guarantee that's how the players feel.
There isn't, and you could tell. The players. Yeah, I was just gonna say you could tell by the players dinner. Melissa said Ayuk had to go confront Kyle to first shut him down, trashing him, and then to get any plays. It's pathetic.
Yeah, it's because Kyle's got such a big ego and such his head's so up his ass. Like, the young second year player has to go and
Mhm.
stick up for himself. Like, well, but that's the thing. You know why that has to happen? Because there's no fucking leadership on that team. If I, for example, if I was
Yeah.
say I'm the freaking Jimmy Garoppolo, even though I'm not playing, and me personally, and that's happening, I'm gonna go and say something to the coach and stick up for my young players because I'm a freaking seasoned veteran. Like, I'm gonna be a leader, even if I'm sucking. I'm also gonna say, well, sorry, I sucked today. I cost us this game. I need to play better, and not fucking oh, this and that and this and that. It's like,
Yeah.
well, it's what happens because you know. For one, Ayuk had to defend himself because he's taking the blame for Kyle's shitty ass coaching and Jimmy's shitty ass play, and and somehow Ayuk's taking so much blame for that. He's been the scapegoat. So it's like he has to go and stand up for himself. And it's like he had a really good game today, other than the fumble for him trying to make a play, which it sucks. But he made the fumble because he's trying to make a play. He's trying to make things happen. And I can't be mad at players
Mhm.
when they're trying to make plays. They're trying to do stuff and elevate this team because they don't have a quarterback that can elevate it. So they're doing what they can to try and elevate this team. So I can't really be upset at the fumbles. Like it sucks, but they're doing it because they're trying so hard to make a play. So it's just the whole thing with Ayuk is just it's really sad and it's really terrible and it's really frustrating. So I mean, it's just I think it has to do with the leadership
Melissa,
thing.
yeah, Melissa, Kyle rather bring in any old vet to play than play the Rooks. What the fuck is the draft if they just gonna collect dust? And then she also said, Jimmy G
I
would
don't
never
know.
do that because once Kyle plays any rookie besides for injury, Jimmy loses starting. And speaking on Jimmy, he's at the podium right now, and he said on so Jimmy Garoppolo on who 49ers vocal leaders are on offense. I think it's a group of us. I think obviously I do what I can. It's just tough when you get behind like that early, and so I think we got a good group of leaders on us that can handle it.
Yeah, you think he'd have some
Lord.
kind of sense of leadership ability playing with fucking Tom Brady. Would Tom Brady go up to the podium and say that after they got down and had a bad freaking no, Tom Brady would have been fucking screaming at everybody on the sidelines and freaking making everybody play better. No, but Jimmy's just fucking
Yep.
nice guy Jimmy. And I'm like, bro, dude, stop being a fucking nice guy and be a fucking leader. Leaders aren't nice guys. They say what has to be said and does what has to be done. This team has no
Here, listen
leadership.
to what Arik Armstead said. Listen to what Arik Armstead. I don't know. Give me a second, man. Boom. Sure. Boom. Boom. God, it's taking forever. Sorry, guys. Okay.
How you're handling all of these losses that have piled up. How is the team coping right now?
If we should be hard and keep putting ourselves in the hole and trying to dig out of it in games, and that's not what the brand of football we want to play, and that's leading to losses. So it's definitely tough, but the sentiment is we got a lot of football left to be played, and games are going to happen, so we got to come out here, fix what we can, and get better.
As far as what you guys are talking about in the locker room.
So
there's no ownership. There's no ownership of anything.
No. There's not. Melissa said, guys, I said this outtakes frustration, but do you think the weak at third and long remind you of Jason Garrett? What do you think, Christian?
Kyle, Kyle doesn't trust Jimmy. We know that, and that's what the calls are. That one where we didn't go for it on fourth down too, when we needed to go for it on fourth down, and Kyle punted it. Another example, he does not trust Jimmy at all, which rightfully so, he shouldn't. But fucking go for it. Like, it's just that was such a frustrating call there, and I know it's fourth and long, but it's better than not when we needed to score there and we didn't. We're better off just trying to go for it, and obviously he's not going for it, and it makes him look terribly weak for one. And that's the thing is, he doesn't trust Jimmy, but he still trots Jimmy out there, and then he makes himself look bad as he's doing that. I don't understand why he does that. He made himself look terrible by not going for it on that fourth down, and that all stems from his not being able to trust Jimmy. Well, why the fuck would you put him out there if you don't trust him? And then when he is out there, he's gonna make you look like a freaking coward.
Yeah, seriously. I was
I don't get it.
I don't know, man. It's like this team just seems lost. They don't know what to do. It's like they just given up. 9 weeks in, it seems like they just given up. Honestly.
Yep,
And
pretty
it's
much.
just yeah. And then also too is Josh Norman told Kyle that the Cardinals coaches were talking to him. He got headbutted by an offensive lineman. That's
Yeah,
what he
you
got
see, I
off.
see him. I saw him get nudged, and then he got in trouble.
Yeah. hmm So, Melissa said, "Can we stop you, Juice? Where is Jawan Jennings or Trent Sherfield, who we're supposed to have heard is still here? It's just Kyle guys only." Yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, it Juice is just coming out of the, a lot of times out of the fullback spot and doing what he does, but he was doing that when we were good
yeah.
too. So I don't have a problem with Juice getting the ball. It's just obviously, yeah, we're not utilizing the other guys, but
We
you
just,
can't.
yeah,
It's hard to say it's Kyle's guys only when Jimmy's the quarterback because Jimmy can't. Kyle even knows he can't call most of his offense. You
well,
know,
also too is, um, I was gonna say, we haven't seen Trent Sherfield since week 1.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, let me, like Melissa said, right now, we were 4-12 and 18. It never felt this frustrating. Like,
Dude, it's hopeless because we don't have a leader, and then we we continue to fucking trot out a quarterback who's just a straight out bitch. He's just a bitch, dude.
yeah,
Like that. What did Marcellus Wiley call him? Or not Marcellus Bennett call him when when he was with him on the Patriots. Well, that's what he is, dude. He's not a leader. He always freaking ducks criticism and ducks like taking responsibility. He's just a. He pretty much like in his freaking
yeah.
press
Melissa said
conference, he
trying to
pretty much
call.
said there's no leader. There's no leader on offense.
Yeah, Melissa said
Go
he
ahead.
wasn't trying to call his offer Trey Lance either when he was in.
Hell no, he wasn't. Shout out to our boy Dion,
Mm-mm.
was the first one to say it. He was at that
Yep,
game and he came on our show right after the game and even
yep.
said himself, well, he was at the game and could tell that Kyle wasn't even calling offense to actually help Trey or set Trey up to help him at all.
Did it on purpose,
Yeah, dude.
like we said in that show, that post game. Did it on purpose. It's Scissor just annoying now. Every problem, but no one's taking responsibility.
Dude, we look like a freaking shit show. Like I'm hearing that the press
hmm
conference is terrible. Like it's not. I don't expect another win the rest of the season. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either. Said those runs called for him in Detroit almost got him killed. Shanny is due to scared, not giving a damn. Yep,
He's a good schemer
totally
and play
agree.
caller at times, but he's a
But
terrible decision maker and he's not a good head coach. It's that simple. He's not a good head coach. He's a terrible decision maker, but he can scheme.
yeah,
He can scheme up some really good offenses when he wants to. But when it comes down to it, he
hmm
makes terrible decisions that cost his teams big games. He did it in 2 freaking Super Bowls. So I'm over the Kyle Shanahan experiment. I am. I'm done with it. I'm done. This team has no direction, no leadership, no. It just I just feel bad for the young players and the stars on this team because it's got to hurt for them.
yeah. Seriously, I mean, shit. Like literally all the team, dude. Honestly, like I mean, you just telling when we watched Ark Armstead in that presser right now with the NBC Sports crew, you could look at his face, dude. Did you see his face to me, or it's just
Yeah,
over it? You know?
it's just and I think the rest of the team has to be sick and tired of Kyle, probably sick and tired of Jimmy too. But there's nothing they can do.
hmm
There is no reason at this point,
Yep.
no reason whatsoever to let Jimmy play another down for this team.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
no reason. Well,
Melissa,
I like the
Melissa
Bills,
said,
so I like
yeah.
the Bills and Josh Allen. So I wanted the Bills to win actually, but and I like
Melissa said my
I
favorite
don't I
part is
wouldn't
the
say
Cowboys and Bills today.
I wouldn't say I like the Cowboys. I wouldn't say I like the Cowboys or anything, but I love me some Dak Prescott. So
Yeah. Um. Uh. Melissa also said it's killer. We have so many 1-year contracts, and instead of working on developing anybody, Kyle's shutting them out.
this
That's true too.
I mean it's true, but I mean all of it's true. I mean just the front office is terrible.
Yeah.
Just front to back,
Well,
it's terrible.
I mean, is I mean, I wanted to point this out too. Don't you think the defense needs to work on using their hands to tackle the damn players because they're literally just using bodies and they're letting
I
people
don't know
just
what
run
they're
all over.
doing, dude. I don't know what they're doing. I
It's
mean, they're not well
ridiculous.
coached. They don't look well coached. The scheme doesn't look good. We're not adapting to anything. We're not changing anything. It's just it's a mess. And when things are a mess, dude,
Mm-hmm.
you start to see it on the field.
Yep.
It's why freaking Warner's catching so much flack, dude, because it's just a mess.
Yep.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. I think that's gonna do it for us tonight, guys. Kind of having connection issue. We're gonna go ahead and end it. But thanks for tuning in again. Make sure you hit the button. Follow us on all our social media, our faithful podcast, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See you guys.
Peace out, guys.